Blessings, everyone. As always, we will begin with a general look at the incoming wave that will have an effect on all people of all signs. Remember, incoming waves are here to stay, not just for a week, but as a new dynamic of this reality experience. This week, we have the High Priestess and the Hierophant, or High Priest, illustrating the new Earth dynamic that will be integrating into each personal and collective experience. There is so much intervention here, so much assistance. Those two cards together bring a harmony of spiritual truth and experiential truth, the internal and external reality merging into one coherent whole. The High Priestess brings great activation and awareness of the spiritual process in its complete truth to all. The Hierophant brings divine intercession and intervention with rerouting those who are lost back onto their true path. This will show up in many ways. In the April preview, we discussed disclosure through exposure in regards to the spiritual processes of the universe on a multidimensional level. This wave begins the revival, or aptly timed resurrection, of the divine truth of the self and the universe. Spiritual contact, skill, and healing will be abundant the world over. Do not allow yourself to get slowed down by distractions. Filter the sensational media, both mainstream and non-mainstream. Get away from the confirmation-biased interactions. Take space from wounded healer distraction activities. Shut down identity agendas and groupthink immersion. Voids and emptiness will be filled completely over with the new light as these energies surge through every fabric of our lives with new revelation, healing, direction, and the eradication of illusion and falsity. This is a time of great allowance. Where emptiness was, now is support. Where blindness was, now comes new sight. Where distortion and discord were, now a new love light. Make as much room for this as possible. While this is here to stay and will be here at work henceforth, why wait? Many otherworldly and preternatural phenomena will be occurring from this week onward. This is the return of the sacred nature of the soul, the power and ability to be a part of the spiritual and universal process rather than subject to it. This applies to those of all ages and experiences, though for many on this path it has become much more prevalent of late anyway. Expect more. These are shift opportunities. Now is the revelation of the true light and the restoration of the divine self. It is here to stay, bringing the return to the true soul journey for all willing hearts. Alright, Scorpio, now that we've had a chance to look over the incoming wave as it applies to all people, right? Sort of the general reading for the population that is here to stay, not just for 1 week. Let's have a look and see. That was Persephone. Let's have a look and see what is going to happen for you as this wave lands this week. Now, quick reminder, if you ever want to get a session with me, you do need to go to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you may also follow the links below. And don't forget the Tarot Home Study course is on sale for $19.99, normally $39.99, up until the 7th. Okay, that's Tuesday. So if you want to take advantage of that, it's over 3 hours of pre-recorded content by me, plus supplemental documents if you're interested in learning about tarot for reading for practical, everyday life circumstances. So check it out. So what's happening here when it comes to your cards? Well, for your archetypal themes, we actually have the Wheel of Fortune. And it was interesting because as I was putting it up, and I was kind of like just giving it a glance before turning on the camera, my third eye kind of showed an image of the wheel starting to just turn and get faster and faster and faster. And I feel like that's what this week is all about. It's about rapid breaking of ground. And for a lot of you Scorpio people, this can actually be a big takeoff and big lift off week. For anything that has been sort of maybe kept waiting, something that's kind of been not given the time, energy, or attention that it should, whether by you or by other people. Sometimes, you know, when we have this kind of accelerant thrown into our field or into our experience, it also has to do with the taking off of something that has been maybe progressing all too slowly. Whatever has got it stuck is being dislodged. Maybe with the Wheel of Fortune, a lot of you are also going to be finding that there is not only a breakthrough that is speeding up developments wherever it'll go, but we also have this breakthrough kind of showing up where you are kind of elevating your own position, your own standing in your community, whether it's your social community, your spiritual community, your professional community. Because I am seeing sort of a moving on up that is popping up here as well. So just be prepared, because anything that you do, anything that you say and do is probably going to have a really fast and really, really powerful sort of lift off, if that makes sense. It's going to have immediate ripple effects. So make sure that you are not letting that energy go to waste on distractions or things where it would be kind of, wasted. As we get to news and arrivals, you actually have the Ace of Wands in reverse. And with the Ace of Wands in reverse, it does look like a lot of you are actually getting a very interesting opportunity to bring some order to chaos. Because this Ace of Wands reversed is not showing up as a dud, as sometimes the Ace of Wands reversed can. If anything, I'm actually seeing something being brought to you either through friends or through, a team that you're on, or family, or maybe some kind of collaborative. Something has gotten a bit out of control. There's something, there's almost too much energy here. And it's kind of gotten away from them, or the situation has gotten away from them. And you're getting a chance with the Ace of Wands reversed to kind of take over. You're kind of planting a forest using the ashes of the wildfire, if that makes sense. Because you're getting a chance to really step in and kind of not only strut your stuff, but you kind of come in as sort of the savior and the hero. And with the Ace of Wands reversed, I'm kind of wondering, okay, is this just maybe a project that's gotten away from somebody? Something is changing too fast, too rapidly, they've lost control. Maybe we're taking on something that has all the best potential in the world. It's just not getting the right kind of care or nurturing. Let this be your opportunity to shine. Sometimes we have to go up and run through the obstacle course. We have to go and show ourselves off. And I think that that's what's coming your way, because again, we're bringing order to chaos. As we get to material resources, well, we've got the Six of Wands upright. And so not only are we talking about breaking ground, but there's a celebration of you and your abilities coming your way. With the Six of Wands, I am seeing a lot of you being elevated, whether it's in a material sense when it comes to maybe a big win, when it comes to money, or maybe another material concern or priority that you have, or possibly, yes, the elevation into a better position, moving on up into a better working environment, a better working style, a better working culture. And of course, what's happening with the Six of Wands is that we're kind of seeing a lot of you Scorpio people being hoisted up on the shoulders of others this week. Now, it's not because of, any kind of codependent need or anything like that. I think that this is actually a celebration of you. And coupled with that Wheel of Fortune upright, this could easily indicate a breakthrough that is either going to be available for you to use to reinvest in yourself or in your work, possibly in a financial way, or maybe in your home, or maybe even something that is helping you to propagate your good name among those you wish to, get that attention, respect, and of course, investment from. So as we get on to love and relationships, well, we've got the Eight of Swords upright. And so love and relationships are taking a bit of a different energy or different feel for this week. I think with all of these breakthroughs coming up, all of this positive energy coming through, it makes me think of a bit of a healing crisis, right? All of the positive stirs up the lower, disharmonious energy that nobody's really dealing with. Maybe the sleeping dogs have woken up.
Maybe this is just a matter of people not being able to walk on eggshells anymore. But with the Eight of Swords upright, we are seeing something going on with either a partner or somebody new, or maybe this is a matter we're addressing as a couple that we've not necessarily actually given the proper, due diligence or time, right? Maybe we let sleeping dogs lie. Maybe we were okay with walking on eggshells. Maybe it just seemed like the right thing to do at the time. But with the Eight of Swords upright, it is no more. We can't do that. And I think that this is emerging from some kind of complex, some kind of securing, self-soothing kind of habit that has either come to the couple or it's in a partner that is no longer working in the highest interest of all concerned. It is kind of a difficult wake-up call for them because with the Eight of Swords upright, some people, are afraid to give up something that they're familiar with, even if it's something that's harmful to them or something that's holding them back or holding them down. But the good news is that with the Eight of Swords always comes those solutions. So it's really more about wanting to do it for all concerned. All right, so I think that there will be some very good breakthroughs here, but if there have been some issues in romance that maybe, again, people have just not been giving the proper amount of time to, or maybe it's a family issue, a household issue, the Eight of Swords upright is saying we can't turn our blind eye to this anymore. Let's kind of help ourselves and help our partner through it, so we just don't have to deal with it anymore. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.